The officers and searchers on site are following up on anything that comes up that. Even each other. The officers and searchers on site are following up on anything that comes up that provides direction, provides specifics, and provides something that can be used to narrow the search. Early in the morning, on a quiet road in Nova Scotia, two young kids went missing. 6-year-old Lily Sullivan and her 4-year-old brother Jack were there one moment, and then they weren't. Their trailer, once their safe place, suddenly became a mystery. For days and weeks, people searched the woods, checked rivers, and followed every lead, hoping to find them. But on May 17th, the RCMP came back, not with good news, but with something more serious. They weren't looking for missing kids anymore. They were searching for clues inside the trailer. Why did they come back to Gerlach Road? What could be hidden in the home where the kids were last seen? And who is scared of what's behind that door? On Crime Chronicles, we follow stories like this to uncover the truth. Tonight, we're going deep into the case of Lily and Jack Sullivan. This time, the trail doesn't lead into the forest. It points straight into their house. Subscribe, share, and stay with us until the end, because something in this story is trying to stay hidden. It all began on May 2nd, 2025. In Lansdowne Station, Pictou County, there's a small trail.
You're not feeling good today. Well, bless you, love. I hope you get to feeling better soon.
Her home on Gerlach Road, surrounded by quiet trees. Inside lived 6-year-old Lily, her pink rain boots near the door, and 4-year-old Jack, always holding his favorite dinosaur toy. They were supposed to be safe. But at 10 a.m., a 911 call broke the silence. The kids were gone. Their mother, Malihia Brooks-Murray, said they slipped out through the sliding door without a sound. Stepdad Daniel Martel says he searched the roads and rivers within minutes. Our show Crime Chronicles has been following this case, showing the lies and raising questions. But now the focus has changed. It's not about the outside anymore. It's about the home. There were no footprints, no screams, nothing left behind. Even after 10,000 hours of searching, not a single clue. The RCMP is now looking closely at the trailer. Was it a safe place or something much worse? Tonight, we look at why hope faded, why the truth feels hidden, and what the silence might be trying to tell us. But first, let's go back to that last big search. Picture this, May 17th, 2025. 115 searchers, people used to seeing sad endings, got off buses. Their faces were serious. They weren't expecting to find Lily and Jack alive. They came to find whatever might be left. After 6 days of searching earlier in May, the RCMP admitted they didn't think the kids were still alive. But then, something made them return. A new tip, a small clue, or maybe just a gut feeling. One retired RCMP dog handler, who had spent years finding missing people, was shocked. How do 2 kids disappear like this? He asked. We searched 5 square kilometers, used dogs, drones, everything. It didn't feel like a normal search. There were no helicopters, no loud calls asking for help from the public. Instead, the team focused on a small 1.5 square kilometer area, circling the trailer like a tightening rope. They searched through swamps, thick trees, and bugs. Some got so tired they needed to go to the hospital. Still, they found nothing. No boot, no sound. Kids don't just disappear without leaving a clue, unless someone made sure of it. Maybe the forest was never the real focus. Maybe the answer was always inside the home, hiding where no one thought to look. The RCMP's Major Crimes Unit doesn't step in just for missing kids. They come when they think a crime happened. On May 3rd, just one day after Lily and Jack vanished, that unit took control. By May 17th, they weren't searching with hope anymore. They were looking for proof. They took Daniel Martel's phone, questioned 35 people, and went through 180 tips. But they've said nothing publicly. Why? Some say there's a lot happening behind the scenes. Things like digital trails, Wi-Fi signals, and confusing timelines. The 911 call came in at 10 a.m., but said the kids were last seen at 8 a.m. That's 2 hours no one can explain. What really...
He plainly said that was his own mouth. He walked them out to the school bus. That was it. After he got through talking to Miss Fixit, wanted them to say that was last seen at 9:50, and then turn around. She wanted him to say 10:50. So the story of them being asleep and kids slipping out of the house and all this, that's a bunch of daggum lies. I mean, these lies are so ignorant, anybody can see them. Whatever happened either late Thursday night or early Friday morning. And just so happened that the neighbor, four of her cameras that would be facing their direction, just so happened didn't have a card in it. And with just that one boot print, and then finding the boot under the couch in the house, they must think everybody's stupid. But it's right the other way around. Morning, Pamela. You doing all right? They gonna try to linger this thing on, what they're trying to do.
Happened in that time. There was no Amber Alert, no solid public clues. The search got tighter around the trailer. Like the RCMP believes someone's story doesn't match up. Are they chasing a fake signal? Something digital that leads to the truth? Or are they just waiting for someone to slip up? The trailer might hold the answers, but what's really inside? The trailer on Gerlach Road isn't just a home anymore. It's a suspect. Malihia said Lily and Jack walked out through the sliding door early that morning. But quiet rumors from the woods say something else. Was the trailer even searched? 115 people searched the forest, but there's no official RCMP report saying they cleared the trailer. That's strange for such a serious case, unless they're keeping something secret. Imagine the inside. Messy, noisy, 3 kids, stuff everywhere. What if a drawer was...
They can't say that they've not been in the trailer because they found the boot under the couch. And they said there was toys and clothes strode here and there. So they done told all that. I think there's just so much that they don't want to put out to the public yet. Yeah. I mean, I want to know about the remains that have been found and get this over with, it's crazy that they let this stuff linger on and on and on. That's what makes them look like monsters to the public. They could have saved their butt a long time ago. But her thinking her running off like that would get her out of hot water. She's crazy as heck. They didn't open that door. And then they said it was left open. But before then, they said it was shut. I also said that uh, he took the kids out to the bus stop, watched them leave, but said that he called or somebody called the police uh, around 9:50 and then 10:50, and then when they asked him again, he couldn't keep his story straight, and he said, "I think around 8 o'clock," and that's what she told them to say. There's just a whole bunch that they're not telling, and that's ignorant. Go ahead and get it on out there. They're gonna get tired of all these searchers getting out there and not doing no good just because he won't tell the truth or she ain't telling the truth. They're gonna get fed up with it. Exactly. Um, you know, I was telling that new one that was on last night. I said everything from day one, we've got it already, all the way to now, and even at the end of the deal, we've done got it. Kind of blowed our mind a little bit, but these kids, that woman that's speaking for them children, that male guy that's speaking for them children. I mean, they've told it all. They just don't want to tell on each other. But they're going to be in trouble either way. I mean, ain't nothing they can do about that. They're going to have to be in the jailhouse, you know, probably forever. And, you know, and two, it'll depend on the shape, um, um, the cause of death, all that good stuff. Um, I don't understand why authorities just keep on and on and on with somebody. And whoever this is that gave an update yesterday says that authorities not been in the house. That's a bunch of bull, because they have. They said it was messed up in there. Clothes everywhere, toys every which were. They even looked under the couches, and that's when they found her boot. People are trying to tell too many tales and not tell the daggum truth. And that's what that's what Daniel and Malaya is liking. Because as long as other people are talking and throwing out things, then they ain't got nothing to worry about right then at that moment, because they ain't asking them nothing. They think they got authorities and everybody's fooled what it is. They think that they have outsmarted everyone. Hey, Sean, how you doing? I was going over this little update that popped up uh, from one day ago. Um, it was telling timelines is off and everything else. He said that he took the kids to the school bus to get on the school bus. Well, apparently Malaya told him to tell everybody it was about 9:50 uh, when he called to report it, and then they said he called about 10:50. But now, from yesterday, he told everybody that he called about 6 o'clock, and that he was up with the children. They ain't doing nothing but digging themselves a hole, all they need is somebody just push them off in it. Because this here is just playing games for these searchers. Good well they're getting fed up with doing it. Them playing cat and mouse, it's just not right. If authorities would get fed up with it and bring them both in for neglect, just not long, and they'll start talking. But they're going to have to show them they're serious. If people keep playing along with the game, they're just going to stand there in the outfield and let it roll. That's how all these other missing teens and children got by as long as they have. I can't stand it.
Never opened. What if something important, a phone, a note, is still sitting there waiting? Experts say kids don't go far. They're drawn to nearby things like water, not far into deep woods. The trailer is far from everything. No phone signal, trees all around. It's hard to believe both kids ran off. So if the RCMP...
No. There's water sources close to their home. He's wrong there. He dead wrong there.
He thinks something bad happened. Why haven't they searched every inch? Are they saving the trailer for evidence or watching someone closely to see if they break? Now we look at the parents' behavior and it doesn't feel
both.
right. Malihia, Brooks, and Daniel Martel should be crying, begging, desperate to find the kids. But they're calm, too calm. Their words sound practiced. Just a day after the kid...
Yeah, you're right. There ain't no way them kids could get up and fool around. And why would they be going outside playing in the yard if they're supposed to be going to the schoolhouse? None of it's making sense. At least they could try harder. Hey, just to at least try. But they're not. I believe through text, she's telling him what to say. Supposed to have been out there. He said he was out there with them about 8 o'clock, and then said he called authorities at 9:50, and then he said he called at 10:50, and then again he's messed up and said, I was out looking at 8 o'clock and couldn't find nobody. Didn't know where they went. So that's just pathetic. They know that they're busted either way. They're just trying to bide time. Why not just man up and make yourself not look like a total monster? And her, I mean, right off the top, with them children saying she didn't want to hear it, see us anymore, and nothing else. Her best friend offering to watch the baby so she can go look for her children. She's I ain't looking for a daggum thing. She's an unfit mother. She ain't no count. You know, anybody, now this is my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. Anybody that can harm a child in any way, physically or mentally, I believe they are better off under dirt because they ain't fit for society. And I can't stand it. I just can't.
It's vanished. Malihia already seemed like she was grieving. Not
The hell
hoping.
she was.
Daniel said he searched deep rivers, but his clothes looked spotless. No mud,
Yeah.
no wet marks.
Yeah.
Now think about a different case. In that
No,
one,
don't change cases. See, he claimed he was ahead of the drones, head of the police, head of the searchers, helicopters, all this. He was chest high in the swamp till he just almost couldn't make it. But when the sheriff pulled up, he started making a report and seen him come out of the trails, and there wasn't a speck of water on him. How much more do they need to lie before somebody just says, hey, okay, we've had enough? That's just ignorant. You know, a lot of it, and don't get me wrong, a lot of it is a lot of places don't have that kind of stuff happen. Little towns, cities, whatnot, little counties, and they don't want to look bad. They don't want it looking bad on them, and they kind of just sweep it under the rug, kind of deal. So he thought that about summer too, but there ain't nobody letting that go. And I don't believe anybody's gonna let this go either. I know I won't.
father was so desperate he blamed his own family. He wanted answers no matter what. One private investigator said parts of Malihia's story just don't add up. Right now, I really hope she's out putting up missing posters. There are lots of telephone poles around
She ain't out doing a dadgun thing.
town. I hope she's searching for Dylan every single day because she's his mom and it's her job. And I want to say something directly to Dorothy. Take responsibility. Focus on Dylan. Show people and show us that you even care. You've disappeared. Are you even looking for him? You should feel ashamed. We don't know if he was kidnapped, or if he drowned, or if he's still alive. We're stuck, not knowing anything. When innocent parents lose a child, they usually suspect everyone, even each other. But Malihia and Daniel? They're standing together like nothing's wrong. Why? Malihia kept pointing out how the kids were super talkative, saying they talked to strangers, but that didn't sound like pride. It sounded like she was scared. Was she afraid of what they might say about life at home? Daniel said he'd take a lie detector test, but no one knows if he ever really did. It sounds more like an empty promise. And just days after the kids went missing, Malihia left Pictou County. She stopped searching. Real parents don't run. They stay. They beg. They keep fighting. Why leave? Are they protecting each other or hiding something worse inside that trailer? That small home held 5 people. Malihia, Daniel, Lily, Jack, and Little Meadow, just 16 months old. But there's a 6th person in the background, the biological father. He hasn't been around at all, and no one talks about him. Who is he? Why did he disappear? There's no proof he was involved, so all eyes are on Malihia and Daniel.
He
People
wasn't
whisper
involved.
that Daniel might have other kids or secrets from a past relationship. There's no evidence, just rumors. Still, those rumors hurt.
They have to be something grim. They have to be. For them to keep him away from his own child. Okay, it can't just be hearsay or this and that and another. Apparently, they've had to come out several times. And he may just have a bad background when it comes to kids. He would have to go through the court system to make sure that he didn't communicate or see his own daughter. This was something that was set up before she ever left. I believe she was done with him a long time ago. And he knew it. And he probably said, if you leave me, I'll hurt you in the worst way possible. Now, this is the results of it. I mean, that's just one of the things that it could be.
Especially because Daniel always seems so polished and in control. There are signs of neglect. The sliding door was left unlocked. The kids hadn't been to school for a week. Malihia said she slept through the morning they vanished. And when she speaks, it's more about her own pain than about Lily's cough or Jack's safety. In a home that's small and far from others, little mistakes can grow into something big. But it's their calm silence that feels the most strange. It doesn't seem natural. What are they hiding in that trailer? Outside, the community is heartbroken and angry. Pictou County is grieving for Lily and Jack. People lit candles and held vigils. Online, many are pointing fingers at Malihia and Daniel and even asking why some parts of the woods were never searched. But small towns like theirs often get drowned out by big city news. And the RCMP isn't saying much. They're holding back information, following leads, and digging through digital clues, but they're keeping it all quiet, like there's a wall between them and the public. A whole town has given everything, time, hope, prayers, and gotten nothing in return. Experts say the RCMP staying quiet might mean they're close to something. Maybe an arrest, maybe a breakthrough. But for the people in Pictou, every quiet day just hurts more. That trailer still stands, untouched, while the town grows tired and heartbroken. What's stopping the truth from coming out? Lily Sullivan was just 6 years old, always wearing her pink rain boots. Jack, only 4, loved chasing bugs in his dinosaur boots. They disappeared from their home in Nova Scotia on May 2nd, 2025. Someone out there knows what happened. If you know anything, call the Pictou County RCMP at 902-485-4333 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-228-477. Spread their faces across TikTok, X, Twitter, and everywhere online. The Sipek First Nation, their grandmother Cindy Murray, and an entire grieving town are begging you, don't let Lily and Jack be forgotten. On Crime Chronicles, we're following this case until the truth comes out. In our next video, we'll go deeper, new leads, RCMP moves, and
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I'll read this again from front to back and remind you, we did this the very first day that it was even mentioned about children being missing. They lost color. Yep, the mom, they were blue. Now, this is Rose speaking, the female speaking on their behalf, and the male speaking on their behalf. Yeah, lost color. Yep, the mom. Yes, they're blue. It's not. Yeah, in a remote area. Did it about a mile and a half in woods. Uh, the word Jack. Um, too much blood. It smells now. Seen a plane. Yeah, the guy that spoke said, yeah, the little boy was funny, but sadly, they looked very sickly. They lied. They were in the back. He was angry, smothered with pillow. It did. Yep, both. Murder. Yep, mom's in. Yeah. He is a maniac, that woman said. Yeah, a lot of country here. I think a crime. I know a party on Thursday night. Dig them out. They won't see them anymore. Her the word named Lily was injured a little. Pillow. Yep. A lake. Uh, me. Gun. Yeah. Beat. Rural area. It hurt. They agreed on this. I seen them in their room on Friday. That was the female that was speaking for the children. A creek in it. They did it. Boyfriend was brought up. I know they were together at the house, hit in head. Nephew, yeah, it's true. The mom didn't want to see or hear us anymore. Yeah, yeah, did. Can't believe they did us this way. Mom was always angry. He was angry. Uh, I knew one day he would kill. Yeah, mom just turned her head. In my room, Dad. Mom was bad to Jack. They both did it. Backyard. That's when I asked about uh, backpack and all that stuff. Uh, with pillow here, yeah. Uh, can he's down a little. Uh, Jack, I can. Was in the yard. Dad, Lily, at Deep Point, hurt because angry, beaten. They will find both of us. Felonies for both, 1 to 2 feet in. Hey, going to be, and it said the word naked, buried. It's cold. I asked did anybody come close to finding them. They said nearly found us. Okay, Lily, I need Jack. I can't believe they did this to us. I do know there is no idea. Yeah, I just want Mama. Yeah, on my road because I asked, were they anywhere near close to home? Any of the roads? Yeah, my road. Not good, Jack. I can, Lily. Yep, Jack. Mom, Lily. I knew he was going to do this. Lily. In the trees, Jack. It was both, Lily said. You did, Jack. I see mud from Rose. From Lily, Mom. Lily, yep. Lily, we. Okay, and then I heard Jack say his own name. Dad would. Jack. I asked what did they enjoy doing. He said puzzles. Uh, in my room, I don't like from Lily. So apparently he was going in her room, and I guess that was also in detail of giving them a bath. Could Jack? I needed mom. See, she's even pleading out that even before this happened, she needed her mama. Lily, yep. I heard them cry. It smells. We're in. Thank you. Hey, John, find me. It's raining nonstop. Yeah, not safe at home. He was rough when he played with us. It's cold out here. We're in the woods alone. Some guy said, poor little things. They're just kids. My dad, yeah, was the worst mom ever. But I love you. Wrecked after. Hard to believe. It took teamwork. Me, he's just plain mean to the kids. Grandma was there. He faked everything. So I'm thinking every little bitty thing that uh, was put out in the yard and in the backyard and whatnot and stuff, uh, and going toward the trail was just all made up trout just to throw them off direction when they could be right there under their nose the whole time. It's a possibility, though. It is a possibility. I have no idea unless they bring it out. Poor little old Jack and Lily. They try to say as much as they possibly can before everybody starts cutting them off and wanting to hear their voice. But the things that they have said is things that we're hearing almost a month later, or right at a month later. We already got it. And this thing is not going to play out good. There's no good ending to something like this. The mom, Malaya, she can keep thinking all she wants to that this is just going to go away. And Daniel thinking that he can keep staying in front of that camera and everything's going to be okay. But I've got me a feeling they already got what they need to end up arresting both. Because it won't make no difference if she's on a reservation or on top of a building at Walmart. When this comes out to wash, both of them going down. And I think there's going to be one or two others go with them. Maybe not such harsh crime sentencing, but somewhat. I think things turned south real quick. I think that was probably the threat. If you leave, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know how people are. Jealousy, when it overtakes you, it controls you for some reason. You got to, grow some, learn how to stand in a pair of man's breeches to know how to treat a woman and not be like that. If you have to be jealous over her, you don't need her. And vice versa. I'll be dang if I'm going to waste my energy worrying about somebody. I got enough to worry with my own stuff. People just don't grow up. They seem like they want to be in this young stages, that they're smarter than everybody else. They know everything. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't have strap-on shoes because they wouldn't know how to tie. I mean, when you're talking about ignorant, they hit it on the head, It would have been a different tale, a 180, if at least one could have kept a story straight. But now that they got both families in on it, her family is not believing even her. His family is not believing him. It's just chaos right now. Now, if she says a little too much to her family, then it's going to blow anyway. If he spills the beans just a little bit to his family, it's going to bust. So it's gnawing at them, just gnaw. But eventually they're going to have to get it off their shoulders. I said this the other day, and I stick by it. I think Malaya is the type person that would leave a note and would do the obvious because she couldn't face the facts. She just knows she could not handle prison. I don't know. And oh yeah, the one I was on last night too. Hang on. Well, I get where I forget so quick. I get so aggravated with myself. And yeah, I argue with myself, but I always win. Jack, love you. Footstep. Was it me? He put it. Hey, yeah, family is mean as him. Both were. I have been Jack. Something station. I don't know what. Oh my God. I don't know. Something about a station. Lansdowne Station. Is there a Lansdowne Station or something? Ain't that what that's called? Lansdowne Station? There's a lake. It was bad at home. Yep, Cody said, don't die at home. Yeah, and dad and mom. Yeah, both mean. Yep, once he touched. Finger, yes, and yeah, when I asked if he helped give them a bath. They may be a Lansdowne Station up there somewhere. I'm gonna have to look into it again. If y'all see anything that says that on any of them, let me know. Yeah, they could go back years and look at it. I know for a fact he's been arrested a few times. I don't know what for now. I don't have no clue. And it could be that that baby not be his. I mean, if she's sleeping around being a hoe, it could be, like you said, his brother or somebody. I'm telling you, I think she's been done with Daniel for a long time. There was a 2-year-old missing. Lord of mercy, I hate that because it's hard enough to do a 5-year-old, and I try not to do anything under 5 because their little old cries and whatnot, it'll stick with you forever. It's something you don't ever want to hear. Or they'll let you hear the last gasp of breath. I can't stand it. But usually just 5 and up. I'm not going to stop. And again, this evening, I'm going to call back out to Jack and Lily and see what they want to say now. And I'm going to let them know that they can talk here anytime they want to. And as long as I keep that going, they're going to always feel welcome. Something they lacked at home. So I'm pretty sure if they keep doing this, they'll make a good, fine friend with Summer and Rose and the rest of them. It's just horrible. I don't know. I don't know what to do except for just keep letting people send me updates and calling out to them and seeing what they say. I mean, it's all we can do. But I'm gonna Google that station, something station. It may be Lansdowne Station, but maybe I don't know. There's a pipeline in a reservoir down through there on that left and right side. There's a little bitty cement bridge kind of goes over it a little bit there. So I don't know. Hey, Kathy. But you know that they keep so much away from the public. You know, it's crazy. I want to know about the remains found, and you know, with them saying at first said the skull of a child, and then they said, well, there's 2 here. So apparently, remains from both. I hate it for any child to for that, but if it is Jack and Lily, then at least we know that they can be put where they need to be peacefully. Think it's hard now. Wait till this thing gets out of the wash, and you're gonna feel about that daggum tall. It's crazy when you would love to help so much, and you just can't. You know, the only thing I can do is give them a voice. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say about it. Well, yeah, I do too. Everybody around the world knows that they're lying, and that the truth will reveal itself. That woman that was speaking for them said they'll both be found. Then they said both were felonies. They get more than felony. they'll learn how to appreciate prison food. It's what they're gonna learn to do. She gets off about 3 today, so we'll probably come live probably around 5, 6 o'clock, something like that. I love y'all, and I'll see you then.